Now, Equity Group has reported a 25% growth in profit after tax of 16 billion Kenya shillings for the first quarter of 2024 and a 65% profit after tax by subsidiaries, this pointing to successful transformation after a 5% decline in profits after tax in 2023. Now, decrying a volatile macroeconomic environment, the business has attributed its growth to agility, with growth in total costs declining. Now, digitization and also automation. Equity Group Chief Executive Officer talked to us about the performance both in Kenya and in the subsidiaries, as well as the year's outlook. Here is more.
Today was a day of Equity Group releasing its first quarter results. We have seen Equity bounce back strongly in terms of performance from last year's end of year decline in profitability by 5%. We have seen the first quarter Equity register a 25% increase in profitability. What we have seen is Equity's capability to be agile in managing difficult situation and environment. What has made Equity perform that well is really controlling its expenses. We have seen provisions come down from 139% growth last year to a growth of 84%. We have seen the staff cost, which were growing at 28%, growing at 18%, and we have seen operating expenses, which were growing at 48%, coming down to grow at 20%. So it's more of a cost management strategy. The second aspect is that we have seen the strength of the bank being reflected by the regional growth strategy or expansion, and we have seen that the subsidiaries in DRC, Tanzania, Uganda, and Rwanda and South Sudan combined together came handy and contributed 63% of all the profits from the banking subsidiaries. But it's the diversification to insurance business, technology business that has shown very strong early signs of success, with the insurance business contributing 3% of the entire profitability of the bank. We have also seen insurance taking very strong market position on credit life, taking 18% of the market share, on life business, taking 9% of the market, and ranking itself as the fourth strongest insurance company in terms of profitability and seventh strongest in terms of largest company in terms of asset, but the company, number one company in terms of return on assets. So we've seen the long pursued strategy of regional expansion, business diversification coming handy. We have also seen that the reduction of cost is because Equity has empowered its customers to do digital banking. So we have seen the number of customers coming to branches has reduced by 98%. 98% of all the transactions are happening outside the bank, and that has brought significant efficiency to the bank. And more importantly, we have realized Equity has stabilized its systems, made them dependable and fully accessible, and as a result, we have seen the customers' uptake of digital transactions and digital tools have increased substantially.
All right, let me just ask you, you had mentioned that 63% of your customers are below the age of 24. What should we expect from the group in terms of integrating its younger customers?
Equity is very, very well positioned that it's operating in the fastest growing region in the world, but it's not just having presence, but it's a systemic presence, being number 2 in 3 of the big markets and being number 3 in 2 of the other markets, suggesting that it's in the number between number 1 and 5 in 5 of the 6 markets it's operating. That entire region, 63% of the population is below the age of 24. So we have seen it as an opportunity to be relevant to that youthful population, to have products that are relevant to them, to have channels that are relevant to them. And that explains why we've been very successful, because digital channels are very attractive to you or to young people. So the stabilization of our system, the wide range of digital channels speaks to that, and now adoption of artificial intelligence will help us to understand young people much better and provide. We are strengthening our product house to supporting customers to reduce default rate. The second one is strengthening our efficiency system through automation, digitization, and cost effectiveness. Looking at clean energy to reduce energy cost within the entire platform, but more importantly, helping customers to be able to manage their businesses well and slow default rates and hence reduce cost of credit risk. So quite a lot, and that then gives us confidence that on one hand, the environment is very enabling. We're in the fastest growing region. We have a systemic or strategically, we are very well positioned. We have very strong capital buffers. We have very strong liquidity in the bank. We are a high quality asset organization. We have very strong governance, and we have very robust system, processes and procedures. So we feel very well positioned to assure our investors that the future looks bright, and would like to commit ourselves to the forecast that we have given them during the investor briefing.
Right now, the Ministry of Trade is urging Kenyan businesses to